What are family difficulties faced by the youth today? Do you know? Every family is unique. Every family undergoes its own set of storms and struggles. And the youth today are especially thrown into this struggle pool. Hi, this is me, Jyotika Bedi, your host, psychologist, and the founder of Happiness is Love. Today, I would like to talk to you about the struggles which are faced by the youth today and how we can help them overcome them. Are you ready for this ride with me? Some questions you would like to first ask yourself. Why is my family putting pressure on me? Why is my love life not working out? Why should I put up with so much family tension and family pressure? Why is everything going wrong with me? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with them? Where should I get good guidance? The above are just some questions. There is much more to be digged into, and we need to ask ourselves and understand what our family stands for and how you want to really deal with those family pressures. I've curated 4 pointers for you that you can keep in mind, and these may be difficulties you may be experiencing. Family pressures. Some of our family pressures are different. They look different. Be it marriage, be it your workload, be it finding a life partner, or anything related to family values. Families are daunting sometimes, and their expectations are overwhelming. But in this podcast, I want to really help you understand your family struggle and how you can work towards solving it. I also want to talk about that there are a lot of problems which are unaddressed today. Today, there is so much competition, and sometimes we're not able to cope with so much inadequacy, let's say in finding a job or in finding love. And that's why we at Happiness is Love talk about these real issues, talk about how we can together solve these problems, and that we can work towards building skills and learning healthy habits. There are toxic relations around us today, and truthfully speaking, the notion of love today has changed from what it used to be. Today, as I work with the youth does not really know how to love or what love really is, and that's causing a lot of crisis. The youth sometimes hold on to toxic relationships where they get so tired and emotionally exhausted that they feel that they are just suffering. Well, at the end of the day, one needs to get out of one's relationships that are not serving us and focus more on our well-being, but we don't know how to. There is so much anxiety today. The youth today is highly anxious. There's a tsunami of anxiety, and this is research backed as well. There are so many things that one wants today, and it's difficult to get it. Be it your job, be it the love that you're seeking, be it a great life where you can enjoy without the anxiety and stress, because not everyone gets what they want and they desire. And thus, we are anxious and not able to manage our life's difficulties and struggles. There is so much peer pressure all around. One also faces a lot of pressure by our friends and people around us. And we don't know how to stand up for ourselves. And don't do it because of them, because you don't know how to speak up and say that, no, this is something that is not serving me. And if your peers are telling you to do things that are not helpful for you, how do you really say no? And not fall into this trap of doing what is cool because you're being forced into doing something. Then what do? There's also, I see the youth of today is also lacking good quality education and life skills, which will help them in build their personality, build their outlook of life. We have to make sure that our children have good quality education so that they can become their better selves, and it will help them manage themselves better. There is also lack of healthy communication today that I see. People are facing a lack of healthy communication in most of their relationships, be it at work and be it at home. And they're not able to put their point across in a clear or in an accurate manner. And because of this, there are so many fights in our families. And there's a lot of politics that is played in our families. So at Happiness is Love, we want you to be away from this and learn healthy habits. Learn healthy communication with your family, because there is an effective way, there is a positive way, there is a successful way, which will help you lead a more happier life. So then again, you might be thinking how to really deal with these family problems. Death, addiction, money troubles, mental illness, separation, divorce, etc. All these things take a toll on every member of the family. During stressful events or when the family's resources are severely taxed, problems may not be solved very easily. I understand. This leads to hostility, resentment, disagreement, tension, and anger. Conflict in the family can affect everyone's mental health and functioning. Handle your family's problems by first learning to effectively problem solve is the number one skill. Schedule a time to talk as a family. Facing and overcoming family problems seems too daunting and sometimes impossible, and we tend to run away from it. When you work together, resolving family differences becomes easier. The first step towards resolution is agreeing that there is a problem in the first place. Only then one can make efforts to resolve it and make a plan that everybody comes up with a strategy to resolve the family problem. Schedule a meeting at a time that is most convenient to everyone. The timing is very important. Make everyone aware of the purpose of the meeting and that you want everyone to be heard, to be seen, to be understood, because the intention is resolution, to find the solution. And this podcast is primarily about struggles that we all face. And we all believe that there is no happiness without struggles and storms. How we deal with it, how we manage it is all that matters. And it is very important for all of us to understand that we are not alone. We are in this together. And it's very important to share our struggles, to share our difficulties, so that we feel that we're in it together and there are solutions that we can find. The youth today is a bit broken. It's a bit lost and needs guidance. And we as parents, we as responsible adults have to teach our children on how to focus on solutions, because disagreements are a part of life. They will come up. Conflict is not the issue. How we resolve the issue is what matters, because we will encounter disagreements all the time in our lives. Conflict resolution is the greatest skill to learn, and we can all strive to learn how to resolve our conflict in a healthy and in a positive manner. If there's something that is bothering you, there are ways to address the issue in a positive way. It's very important to, before you address the issue, have everyone come together, make sure there is direct communication, which is respectful, which is focusing on the conflict resolution. Each party needs to use I statements to clearly state your needs, your wants, and concerns. Remember, you are aiming to reduce the stress, to de-escalate the conflict, and work towards collective resolution. So when you use I statements, it allows everyone to express themselves without blaming anybody and showing respect to others and listening to others. Making an I statement allows each person to take ownership of what they are feeling, what they want, and suggests a remedy for the problem at the same time, instead of attacking the other person that you do this or you do that or you don't do this. For example, of an I statement may include, I am worried that our family is falling apart. I would like us to work things out because my family matters. Or I get scared when we all start yelling. I wish we could stop. Can you see the difference when you're using I statements as opposed to you? Also learn to validate and show respect for each other's point of view. Validation refers to showing the other person that you recognize, value, and accept the other person's thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Of course, your own opinion may differ greatly, but using validation really demonstrates that you see the other person's point of view and you see the other person as worthy of respect and integrity. You may not agree with the person, but you validate your family members by saying something like, I'm really glad you feel comfortable enough to share this with me. I can see this might be difficult for you. Or I appreciate your willingness to work towards a solution. So what you're doing is you're validating the other person's emotional experience. Deciding on a solution together. Once everyone has shared their needs, their wants and concerns, then strive for the solution. Consider all the suggestions that each party has provided and look for a middle ground. There is always a middle ground that can resolve things. Everyone present there should feel good about the proposed solution. If necessary, develop a contract or written agreement. I do this in my family, outlining how we will manage this problem in a healthy, positive way. Be aware of how different family members may react to the problem. Everyone is entitled to their own reactivity. But when we focus on conflict resolution in family, it is important to respect our differences, and each family member will respond to stress and tension in different ways. These differences must be taken into account, and everyone will have to consciously choose to face the issue to truly find the core solution. For some people, conflict causes them to become hostile and defensive. This also happens. This is the fight aspect of the physiological fight or flight response. These individuals may argue endlessly to remove any responsibility from themselves and refuse to hear other people's point of view. This also happens. And they resort to the flight aspect. They want to run away from it. These individuals run from conflict at all costs. They sometimes even deny that there is a problem or believe there's nothing that they can do to resolve it in any way. Such family members may pretend as if they don't really notice any tension in the household, and they downplay its effect on them and on others. Acknowledge, but get a handle on your emotions. Your emotional awareness is important in recognizing this unique experience of yourself and others. If you have trouble identifying how you feel, you will have trouble controlling your own emotions or expressing your needs during conflict, because this is about you working on yourself. First, work on trying to identify your feelings and emotions. Consider what thoughts you're having, what you feel in your body, and what actions you need to take to be that positive role model. For example, maybe you're thinking, I hate this family. You then clench your hands and you are ready to punch something. Such a strong emotional outburst or reaction could be labeled as anger or contempt, which is unhelpful. What you need to do is aim to manage your emotional reactions so that you can effectively problem solve. Depending on how you are feeling, you will accordingly participate in the discomfort of resolving a conflict. For example, let's say if you are sad, you might want to watch a funny movie. If you're angry, it may be helpful to vent to a friend or engage in some physical activity so that you feel a sense of release, and then you're better prepared to face your family members. And always you can seek professional advice. If you cannot resolve the problem on your own, you can consult a counselor, a coach, or get yourself a mentor who can give you the tools, the techniques, the strategies on how to manage family problems in an effective way. I hope this was useful. I hope this was something that you will learn from, because we at Happiness is Love wish you positivity, happiness, and that you are not alone. If you are struggling with any aspect of your life, we are here for you. We care for you, because there is no family that is not facing any difficulty or any struggles. And in our struggles, we grow, we learn, and we become our better selves. I have tried my best to make this as useful, as purposeful for you. I hope you enjoyed listening. Let's bring about change as together we win. Together we are stronger, and together we are better. Until then, keep smiling, keep shining, keep inspiring.